This client explains to me that she's moving across the country and she needs a mortgage to buy a house. And for reference, I'm a loan officer. I help people with mortgages. So I said, okay, where do you live now? She goes, well, I currently live in the Northeast. I said, okay, and where are you going to go? She goes, I'm going to go somewhere down south where it's warmer, and I just would like to buy a house so I have a place to go. I was like, okay. I was like, what do you do for work? She explains to me that she's a nurse at her current job. I said, do you have a job down south? She goes, no. When I get there, I'm going to get settled into the house and I'm going to find a job and that's how I'm going to go forward. I was like, yeah, but you can't buy a house down south if you don't have a job to qualify because you don't actually have any qualifying income. You can't do your job remotely. You have to show up every day. She goes, well, I'm a nurse. I'm going to find a job probably within 2 to 3 weeks. I've been doing this for 20 years. There's no issue with me finding employment. She goes, there's always a shortage for nurses. I was like, I realize that, but you don't have a job currently. She goes, well, how do people do it? I said, well, let me ask you a question. Do you have any savings? She goes, well, I have about $50,000 in cash, but I have about $450,000 in my retirement. I was like, okay, so you have $500,000 total? She goes, yeah. I was like, how much do you want to buy for? She goes, I don't want to buy for anything more than 300, probably 250. I was like, okay, how much do you want to put down? She goes, well, if I buy for 250, I'd put 50,000 down and I would finance 200. And I was like, and you have $400,000 in your retirement? She goes, yeah. I was like, do you have access to all the money? She goes, yeah, I could in theory take it all out, but I don't want to. I was like, okay, well, then you're approved. Because if you're borrowing 200 and you have $400,000 in a retirement plan, and that's what you're going to have after you buy the house, then we don't care about your job. We don't care about your employment. We don't care how you're going to pay the house back. Obviously, you're going to get a job because you're a nurse and you'll be able to pay it back, but that's not relevant in the loan application, and we can approve you to do that.